All right, what's going on, everybody? Today I wanted to talk about Venatur, or however you pronounce it. I would like to go over my impressions, like my first impressions. This isn't like a review, mainly because I've only played about, I don't know, 10 or so hours. I've completed a few quests. We can actually see which ones I've completed right here. Yeah, I've only done like 5 quests. So first, I was always told a while ago, people always remember the first and last thing you said, not so much about what's in the middle. So what I would like to go over first are the things I don't like about the game. And then we'll go over the things I do like about the game, as well as just some side notes at the end. Um, Things I don't like about the game so far. The inventory system is a little wonky. So if you open your inventory, for one, there's no button to go straight to your inventory, so that's kind of, iffy. You have your inventory, you have like your gear, and then you have what's called your organizer over here on the right side. But then if you go to a stash, you have your weapon and stuff over here, and then you have your gear at the bottom, which is kind of weird. And then you have to take stuff, I guess, from your organizer to the bag, or scroll all the way down, take it from here, scroll up, and then put it in your organizer. It's just kind of weird. It's a little inconvenient. I feel like there could be improvements on this. I'm not quite sure how, they're doing a lot of, Tarkov's inventory was good. I liked what was it called? The Cycle Frontier was good. I don't know. It just seems like there's extra steps here that could be removed to make it, a little bit more convenient. Another thing you saw was when I brought the med gun from one place to another. If I bring it here, I can't drop it. It doesn't let me drop it. If I bring it here, it lets me drop it, but you have to be like perfect. You can't just like drop it within the squares, right? It's a little nitpicky, I know, but it doesn't like it's kind of wonky. It especially sucks when like this, if I were to go, drop it quick and I just happen to be a little to the right or a little to the left, or up or down, it just doesn't let me. I can't just like throw it in the square and it just kind of know where to go. That's a little weird too. Oh yeah, so the inventory system, that there's so much inventory space though. I do like that. But going to each and every one is a little weird. So you have like the inventory here. Again, nitpicky stuff. You have like another inventory here. It says kitchen box, right? But you can literally throw just anything in here. Little weird. Oh. Another thing, when you buy something off of a vendor, I have to buy ammo anyways, eventually. So I'll buy one of these right now. You buy it, you click it, it's in here, you pay and confirm. I can't buy something else. If I change my mind and wanted to buy something else or whatever, I can't buy something else until whatever you purchased gets dropped off by the drone. So it's kind of, I feel like it's almost a waste of time. It's not like terrible. Like I said, I'm more being nitpicky than anything. And same goes with selling stuff. So like if I wanted to go sell what I just bought, what I just purchased, did it pick it up? Pretty sure it did. I think it was this right here. Say I wanted to sell this, right? I can't sell stuff. I don't need this med thing. I'll just sell this. I'm going to need the ammo before I need this. So I'll sell this. I can't sell something else until... Whoops. Did I just buy something? I think I just bought something. Excuse that. I bought something. But it's the same thing. You can't sell something else until The drone drops off your money that you sold it for. Which is, it's just a little strange. Oh, I did sell it. Okay, no, I did sell it. So I couldn't, I got the money. I sold it, the med gun for 500. I thought I misclicked. But I couldn't sell something else until I received the money and he drops it off. The other thing that's a little wonky is the AI. Um, the AI in the game. I know this is a hard thing to get right within games. It's wonky in Escape from Tarkov. It was weird in the Cycle Frontier. I didn't play Marauders too much. Um, I don't even know. I don't even. Yeah, I obviously didn't play it a lot because I don't remember if there was AI in Marauders or not. I only put about 10 hours into that too. Total. I plan on playing this game a lot more. Oh, but the AI is kind of weird. Not necessarily in the fact that obviously like the sniper AI can see you from really far. That's fine. He can shoot at you. They don't have insane accuracy like in Escape from Tarkov. But I've felt like I'll be doing a raid and like they'll one will see me and then one will just spawn next to me. There's no sense of like some of them running up to you, which they do. They will run up to you and start shooting you. Some of them are hard to see and whatnot, but other times I feel like if I'm looking here, I'll get one right behind me, like it'll just spawn behind me. So that to me, it kind of again nitpicky. It just kind of throws it off. It kind of throws the timing of, if you see an AI up there, you see one coming at you, and then all of a sudden one's behind you. It just kind of feels a little weird. I'm sure there's some other things I could go over. What I feel like maybe loot's a little too easy to get so far. Like as you see, this is my second time getting one of these. I know exactly where you can get one of these almost every time, if not something really good. I feel like loot. There's no gear fear in this game. I have no gear fear. Even if I run out of money, which I have already. I've gone down to 0 money. I would just go to the loot spots, grab some gear, and I'm already set. As long as obviously I don't die on the way. Another nitpicky thing. I know this game just came out. Like I said, more nitpicky and just kind of just giving my thoughts. Another thing that I found to be a little off was, oh man, I lost my train of thought. What was I gonna say? The gear fear, the money, the loot's too easy to get. I don't know. We'll come back to it. I had, oh, there it is. I found it. I got it. I know this game just came out, but the lack of players, real players I've seen. I don't know if there's like a system in the game where if you're new, you kind of get into a few just, completely AI lobbies until you get your bearings. I know some games do that. I think even like Fortnite does it. I'm pretty sure like Hunt Showdown does it. Or I think Hunt Showdown, you just get into a lobby with like a couple people. It's just beginner lobbies. But I have only ran into one person in this game, one real person that I've killed, and he wasn't even moving. I'm pretty sure he was sorting his inventory, DC'd, went AFK. I know he was real because of the symbol you get at the end of the raid, and also he had gear in his bag and stuff. So I knew he was looting. I knew he was looting and stuff once I searched his body. With the lack of players, I know it says there's 16. I have not seen anybody. I do know I seen that guy that I killed, and I think 2 or 3 other raids. I've heard the first mission go off where you have to send the drones in to the military base on Landa. Other than that, I have not seen any other people in this game in the amount of times I've been in. Also just some minor bugs here and there. The quests feel fine. But the minor bugs, like I had the quest where you have to go, it's the beginning quest. It's what is it? It's the tutorial safe box part 1 and part 2. You have to go pick up a 50-pound concrete bag, put it in your safe box, which is this drone right here, or whatever you want to call it. Which we'll get to this in a minute too. Um, the bug I had is I finished the part of the quest where you put the 50-pound concrete bag in your safe box, right? I later took it out, but you also need it for part two, which it took me longer than it should have to realize for part two I need to drop it in the box. But yeah, and I couldn't figure out part two, but I completed part one. So I went back to go get the 50-pound concrete bag again to finish part two to put it in the drop box. And I had my bag on the ground with the concrete bag in it, sitting here waiting for the safe box to drop in. The first time, I'm sorry, I'm kind of all over the place. The first time I did it, the safe box, this drone, this robot flying machine here, your safe box, went through the ground, and I couldn't put the concrete bag in the safe box so I could get it to the other part of the map to drop it. The second time was so that was the first time, I mean. The second time I made a mistake. I didn't bring the right bag in. I didn't have money on me to do a airdrop. I couldn't pick up the 50-pound concrete bag to even get it to the safe box. So I left. And then the third time, my third attempt doing it, I get the concrete bag in my bag. The concrete in my bag. I get it here. I drop my bag so I could run around and loot the boxes that are there. Unfortunately, I dropped my bag exactly where I called in the safe box, and the safe box pushed my bag through the world and also went through the ground again too, which I could not recover my bag. I searched for probably 5 minutes in the area that I dropped it, could not pick up my bag. Don't worry though, the fourth time I completed part two. We did everything correctly. I did not call the drop box or the safe box onto my backpack. I figured out I could just take off my armor and walk slow with the concrete bag in my bag. I completed it. But yeah, that's one of the bugs I've ran into. So far, that's all I can really think about. Oh, I have this weird bug too. I don't know if it's a bug or if it's just because it's a new game, whatever. But when I look left or right is fine. When I look up and down is fine. When I scope in and out, after I scope out sometimes, I can't get it to do it right now. The game actually seems to be running very well as I'm recording. It'll just like skyrocket up like that. I just turned my DPI up just now to simulate it, but it'll just go like this, and then we'll be fine. I don't have that happen with any other game. I have a brand new mouse. I know it's not a hardware issue. It's the game. That doesn't happen in any other game. Every once in a while, it'll just jitter and it'll just go to a fixed position and then it's over. So little things like that are what I don't like. The UI could be better. I'm not complaining. I don't even care about the graphics. The graphics, yeah. We'll get into the good stuff now. And the good stuff is what I was already going into is the graphics. I know a lot of people were put off in the comments about the graphics being low poly. Graphics in games don't bother me. I don't when graphics start to bother me is when it's like 8-bit. And even then, if it's a fun game, I will play it. I will admit the graphics are not like the greatest, but this game looks amazing. The textures are great. Like, look at my gloves. You can tell that's leather. It looks a little wet, but the guns look good. I mean, I would actually pay for a skin to be on my gun in this game because I think it looks fine. Low poly's great. The game runs fairly well. Like I said, there's some hitching and some frame drops here and there, but it is what it is, and that's what's going to happen with a new game until they fix it, which I'm hoping the devs, stay on top of it here because they have a huge amount of potential on this game. Yeah, graphics, fine. Don't bother me. at all. I like the way the guns feel. However, when you do shoot, it looks a little. It looks like the when you're shooting a bot, it kind of looks a little bad. But yeah, I mean, it looks fine. I like all the sights in the game. The gameplay feels fun, man. I like the gameplay. I don't know exactly how PvP is gonna feel quite yet. Like I said, I've only shot at one person and I've only been shot at by AI. So I don't really know how that is, but I'm having a blast in the game. I know there's going to be some things that I forget to mention and all that, but yeah, anyways, the graphics. I do like the safe box. This is a new, what is it called? What's the word I'm looking for? A new concept in an extraction like shooter. So what, and I actually, as a matter of fact, I believe they're going to be putting this in Tarkov too. But what this is when you're in the middle of a raid and your inventory fills up, right down at the bottom of your screen, you can call this puppy in. He takes about a minute or two to get to your location. He'll drop in just like he's sitting here. You go up to it and you can just put your loot in it and have it take out your loot, that you have up, and continue on with your raid. Again, there it was. It wasn't, I can't put it in one slot. It has to go in two. So weird. But yeah, you can call this guy in and he'll take away the loot that you have, and then you can go about your raid and get more loot. Obviously, it's really loud. People can see it coming from the sky, so they'll know your location. And it's just a really cool integration into the extraction shooter genre. Excuse me. Another thing I like that you load into your safe house. Essentially in Tarkov, it's all menus. And then when you go into your safe house, you go, do the animation and go in. It's whatever. You're automatically in this, which is both bad and good. Like I said, I think we should just have one armory box, like whatever, just to make things easier. But this is cool too. You have all your crafting, and all that. But I do like how you're just in your safe house. You already have a shooting range you can go play around in. I haven't even explored all of this yet, to be honest. I've mainly just going in raids and, playing the content of the game. But I like how you just have your safe house. You go in, you run around, you can explore it a little bit. You have all of your crafting stations. Again, I think they can make this a little bit better, but it is what it is, and I understand. I like how you can craft so much stuff, too. Like, I can craft a laser right now. Right now, I'm just hoarding stuff. And you have a ton of stash. I like that as well. You have so much stash. All of this is one box. You have the one over here. This is one box. I don't have a lot of stuff right now to keep in it. But yeah, you go underneath. You have another box here on the wall. Just all the stash, which is nice. So yeah, I like the bunker. I like the crafting. I haven't done much crafting, but it looks fairly simple for now. We could take a look. We could take a look at it here. Your armory, you can make, sights, silencers, guns, whatever it may be, different camoed guns, which is really cool. I find that really interesting that you can go out and find your paint cans. New concept to me too. I don't know if this is in any other game. I know it's kind of like this in Scum, but that's a whole different genre in itself. But you can go out and find like different cans of paint to paint your guns. I think that's a really interesting concept that they had. I wonder if you can do it with gear. I don't know. So yeah, the bunker, the crafting, or the safe house, the crafting, you have all that. I really like that. In raid, I mentioned earlier, in raid, you can buy stuff if you have the cash, which is why you see here in my safe box, with the concrete bag thing, I actually started putting money in here in case I needed to buy a bag in the middle of a raid, so I can move the concrete barrel. Um, so yeah, I have that in my safe box. So in the middle of a raid, you can actually go to the vendor. I'm a little torn on this. I don't know how I feel about this, but hey, whatever. Um, you can go to a vendor and you can actually buy something and have a precision shipping to you. Precision shipped to you, right to you. This one is a free one. You can purchase a transport. The drop will be in your vicinity within approximate accuracy. This one is like right to you, but it's an extra 12,000 V. So yeah, I mean, I find that very cool. They have a wide selection of guns. They have two different ammo types essentially for now, which is fine. I don't need a game that has hundreds of different types of ammo. That's why I play this game rather than Tarkov ever since I found out about it. Um, you have flesh, which does more damage to flesh, and you have piercing rounds, which do more damage to armor, I'm assuming. They have a wide variety of guns. The way you heal is pretty cool. You buy a heal gun. You have a magazine that can carry 4 healing in it. That's awesome. You click it, you heal, whatever. There's skills. I love this about Tarkov. I love this about this game. I love that you can have skills in a game like this that you can, level up if you want to. Granted, all of this is done passively, which is fine. I'm sure you could target level these up. For instance, stamina crouch. Your stamina builds faster when you're crouched. You do that more, it does it faster. Like you could do that. You walk faster with a fractured leg. The way you level that up is you get a broken leg and you walk. It's nice, but it's very cool. I like how they have their own take on the extraction shooter. I'm excited to see another game like this that is out and is trying to make another fun shooter. Tarkov is extremely complicated. I like that they're going with a little depth in this, not 100 different types of bullets. It's a little simpler, whatever. I like that personally. I was sad to see the Cycle Frontier, get its server shut down. I had a lot of fun in that game, put a couple hundred hours into that game. It is what it is. I'm really glad to see that there's a game like this out, and I'm really glad to see that the dev, or I really hope to see that the devs work on this game because they are sitting on so much potential right now, and I'm sure they know this. I'm just now getting into following them on whatever platforms I can, so it is what it is. I'm trying to think of some more things that I've encountered in my few hours of playtime. We went over quests. The quests are very similar to any other extraction shooter game you've played. Go here, collect this. The first quest is absolutely, it drew me in for sure. Um, they're pretty simple. Go here, pick this up, drop this off, find a map, do this, do that, kill somebody with a sniper, which I already did. Um, but yeah, I've been thinking about this all day at work, and I wanted to come home, talk about it, talk about what I liked, what I didn't like, and put it on the internet. For you guys, I want to hear your guys' opinions on it too. I want to have a chat about this. I'm trying to think of some side notes. I went over the AI. I didn't like how they seem to be. They just spawn. I don't know if they're in designated spots. I've was out in the middle of a woods, like a rural area. I wasn't in a city. One ran up to me out of nowhere. I was literally laying down camping. I was camping to see if I could see any players, and one just ran up to me out of nowhere. I don't know if that was intended or what. I don't like the fact that AI can just respawn on you, or if you clear an area and you wait there long enough, AI respawns. That's kind of weird to me. I don't know if I got unlucky or if that was intended or not. But yeah. Um, I'm trying to think of anything else. I like how the extractions are very similar to Tarkov. Um, yeah, I mean that's it. That's all I have for now. I can't really think of anything else. I will do kind of like I want to do like a review later on when I put more hours in to the game, because I am going to be putting in more hours. I had even with the bugs and the minor concerns, I have had so much fun playing this game. It's a game I went to work thinking about. It's a game I went to sleep thinking about. Just a little story here at the end for you. So I went on vacation last week for a full week, Monday to Friday, both weekends. I did that for the release of Call of Duty. I played like 3 or 4 days straight of Call of Duty, put like 60 hours in. Maybe 5 days. And then I got into Scum a little bit more with my friend because he was playing it a little bit. And then this past Sunday night, I watched Player 2's video. He showed up on my YouTube feed and he's like, this new shooter. I watched that or that new video and I was like, this looks fun. When does this come out? And then he says, this is actually out right now and you can play it. I didn't know the game came out. I think it released. Somebody told me it released on the 11th. I thought it was the 9th. I don't know. I had 6 hours until I had to be up for work. I got up out of bed, downloaded this game, bought it immediately, and then played one raid. I stayed in that raid for the full 30 minutes. And then I didn't even extract. I was just like, I didn't want it to end, right? I was having a blast. I had work and, at this point, like 5.5 hours. I had to beat it. Anyways, yeah, I just had a lot of fun. I hope the devs keep up on this game. I hope they keep updating it. They have, if anybody happens to listen to this other than my girlfriend who doesn't even watch the videos, if anybody listens to this, or the devs or whatever, I hope you guys update the game and keep on doing what you're doing, because you guys are definitely going in the right direction, in my opinion, and I can't wait to see what this game evolves into, and I can't wait to play it more, to be honest. Like I said, a lot of fun, and thanks for hearing me talk. I want to hear what you guys have to say about the game. I want to hear your thoughts and opinions on it. What kind of bugs have you ran into? And yeah, let's share your thoughts. Let's have a conversation down below. I'll see you guys later. This video is going on for too long. Thanks for watching, and until next time, bye.